A winner of 2 from 10, coming off a Tarapa win last start, defeating Disco by 3 lengths back 2.5 weeks ago. 10 Penny Gem, $6.10. Penny Gem coming off a second at Ellerslie, the event won by Natalie Wood in the Group 2 event on Boxing Day. Bramble Rose is at $8.30. Bramble Rose coming off a Trentham win back early December at a last start third in the Group 2 event won by Natalie Wood last start. Lightly raced, 5 starts for 2 wins. Scott Seamer with 9 Hour Eshazo. It's at $13. Correct weight Yarra Glen, the previous 153. Bluey Trotter had successful with On Glaze in a time of 1:32.04. Now Warwick from New Zealand, Showgirl, the horse on screen, is moving forward, courtesy of Trackside New Zealand. We head there to Keith Hobb for the 6th event. This is the Royal Stakes for the 3-year-old fillies, a Group 2 event, $120,000 in overall prize money.
Spoken about it a whole lot. It is at 8.60. It's the half to a jumper, and Hammersmith, the ill-fated Hammersmith, who would have run about 8,000 metres without any trouble, so that would speak pretty well about Bramble Rose getting 2,000.
Trained by Mark Todd, special day for him. Jeff McVean, trainer of the Derby one. We've got one that's gone off in the barriers here, which is unfortunate. I don't know at this stage which horse it is. It would appear that we'll probably have a late scratching, one would anticipate. And we'll advise you just what horse it is that may be involved. It's spun right round by the look. This doesn't look to be particularly pleasant in terms of the position. And looking at that, Michael Coleman, that'll tell you it's Penny Gem. So favoured punters, we could have a significant withdrawal here if it is Penny Gem, 451.75, backed into second favouritism. Stablemates on the side too there, Greg Charles with the red cap.
Yeah, this would be a disaster if she was to come out, not only for today's races, but she's got even bigger missions in store with the Oaks possibly. This could be a bad.
I think Keith Hobbs just announced the late scratching of Penny Gem.
So that is a disaster.
I think they have decided to scratch it already. So Penny Gem, this will impact on her preparation and her future plans, no doubt. It's not something that Michael Moroney and Andrew Scott would have wanted to see as they take her out and off the track as quick as you please. So a late scratching here, Penny Gem, that will affect the dividends. And, well, it's disappointing for the club. A second favourite in the Group 2 Royal Stakes, New Zealand Bloodstock Royal Stakes, is out.
Yeah, last quick thing that we should say too for punters' benefit here, the 2,000 metre start point, you don't have a long run to that first bend, do you? So even though it is a middle distance affair, draws can play a large part.
It can. You'd want to jump and run. It's interesting if you draw in and miss the kick, you're in worse trouble than if you're drawn out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Just a few to load forward here. Anything else appeal at longer odds? We're just seeing.
Well, I'm surprised Telsa, 17s and 17s, it is the outsider. I don't think it deserves to be the outsider, and probably really does reflect the quality of this field. Ran 2 starts ago, ran third to Diamond Hill. Before that was quite impressive, breaking through Maiden Company. It's stepping up to the 2,000 metres and always racing as if it needs to. Fair
enough. This is a real opportunity for some filly to stamp herself as one of the best of her year group, and well, they've been dealt an extra joker in their hand here with Penny Gem not lining up. Not only know the jewel, not only know Natalie Wood, now know Penny Gem. The way is clear for something to step up to the plate, and the favourite will be Dana Zero. It's at 3.15 on the monitor that I'm seeing, but that's going to come in even more with the scratching of Penny Gem. Other thing about Dana Zero, she did beat St Reems. You go back 3 or 4 starts in her form, she beat St Reems before St Reems had gone quantum ability-wise, I guess you'd say, and before he'd stepped up to a middle distance, but she is good.
In fairness too, though, if you want to query about Danazera, best form has been left-handed.
All right, while they have this delay at Ellerslie, we head now to Terry Bailey. And
shortly, Robert Thompson to tell us the latest on Bennett's Green as they head off to the barrier for the running of the first.
All right, Terry, set now at New Zealand for the Royal Stakes. Here's Keith Hobb.
Racing at last in the New Zealand Bloodstock Royal Stakes. And getting back, he's all in tune, one of the first away. She's a Bell. Telsa races up early. Florida's kicking up and longing for you along the inside rail. Bramble Rose is handy behind them as up the rise they go. Esme, the next one, then Stablemate Danazera settles next, then followed Millzeal, the next one, as they work out to the 1,600 metres where Florida took the lead. Led about a couple of lengths now. Longing for you dropped in from She's a Bell on the outside, a length back Esme. Telsa's on its outside now. Esme in a bit of bother there. there with the head in the air around it, Millzeal. They're followed by Bramble Rose midfield and one out. Then Danazira settling on the rail. Showgirl next. Then followed by La Fleur is back and back also now is Swan Lake and back our Echozo in the last 2 or 3, although he's reefing for his head and worked up about fourth last, or her head, and All in Tune is last of all. So up the rise on the far side, 1,200 metres out. Showgirl's made its way to the lead and led a length and a half now. In second place on the inside is Florida, right there Millzeal on its outside. Then She's a Bell up on top of the rise, 1,000 metres to go, is Longing for You on the rails. Then Telsa is the next one. Then followed by Esme is next. Then going forward, our Echozo. Then followed 2, 3 back to La Fleur, the stable mates going around and tracking it. Bramble Rose is back. Then Danazira hasn't moved. It's back third last now. Then followed by All in Tune, and Swan Lake is last of all. So they're raced down now with about 850 metres to go, and the pacemaker Showgirl the inside. Samantha Spratt on her 18th birthday heads them now from our Echozo on the outside. A length and a half back behind them is now Millzeal coming into it on the inside. Florida from She's a Bell, then Longing for You next. Then La Fleur on the outside. Next behind them, Danazira's well back. Third last on the inside, your favourite. Our Echozo hit the lead, 350 to go for Scott Seamer. Out wide and now Millzeal's coming strongly. Showgirl still there on the rails, and She's a Bell late. And La Fleur, the long run down the outside quickly. Now it's Millzeal hit the lead. Showgirl fights back, and La Fleur out wide with She's a Bell, and here's Bramble Rose down the extreme outside. Millzeal, La Fleur in the centre, and Bramble Rose right up on the outside at the post. Oh, it's close. La Fleur has beaten Millzeal. Photos with Bramble Rose and Showgirl about fourth. Then followed Esme, the next one home. Right behind them, Danazira running on. She's a Bell, Telsa the next one. Followed home behind these, then Florida from All in Tune, then followed by Swan Lake, and back behind them also was Longing for You. But I think that in the centre of the track, La Fleur and Lee Thinnis, that's the one that's got the money. Fighting back Millzeal on the inside, and Bramble Rose, a huge run down the very outside for third. So as they came with about 100 metres to go, Millzeal in the red cap is there. Showgirl right through on the inside. In the centre of the track in the hoops is La Fleur. And look at Bramble Rose down the very outside. They go to the post, and La Fleur wins it for the Vella fellas. Second at the line, Millzeal, of course, part owned by the chairman. And out wide on the track, Bramble Rose, and a brave run, Showgirl.
Photos all around. La Fleur, Lee Finnis, looks like it succeeded in the Royal Stakes for the 3-year-old fillies. About to be called up for the first at Wyoming.
Easy 1,100 metres. She's got plenty of speed, and she should give plenty of cheek for a long way.
Contessa Star
To the double figures. Hello Dolly at $9.20. Over to number 9, which is Regency at 19. Best of the others is Vega Cecilia at 10, and Zerna is at $10. Interesting runner in the second event from Wyong is Kenny, the 2,000 metres. Hale at $1.80, Hello Dolly, and DB Bell just under the double figures. As we head to trackside New Zealand, your caller Keith Hobb for race 7.
Be surprised, I tell you, Stephen, this race, the horse that I think is well over the odds is Doyle. Spoken about him a bit. He's the 5th or 6th favourite for this race. He's done absolutely nothing wrong. 13 for the win and 3 for the place. Look, he's a very solid place chance at the very least.
Lightly tried at 2,000 metres, only the one start for one win. Needs to be held up for that one run out of them. Scott Seamer, well, he'll be disappointed he wasn't on La Fleur in the previous, carrying the colours of Ethereal. There is Debbie Sanders and Michelle Wynn, I think, with her. Almost set here, the Group 1 Zabeel Classic, Keith Hobb.
One to come in. Vegas Cecilia now has the aid of the blanket, and Scott Seamer will be trying to get square after turning down the right on La Fleur. So all but ready now. Zabeel Classic, $150,000. They look good. 2,000 metres. Racing in the Zabeel Classic. Vegas Cecilia a bit slow as it came out. For Love got back with Regency. First out, Gallant Sun. Zerna goes with it. Miss Potential kicks up on the inside to get the run of the race. Icy Red's right there as well. Then followed Hello Dolly about 5th as they work up the rise. Green Street's back a little today. Then followed by next Hale on the rails as they work out to that 1,600 metre mark. Then followed a length and a half. Just Aqua on the outside. DB Bell the next one with Doyle on its outside. 2 to Regency, 4 Love, and Vegas Cecilia the last 2. They swing into the back, and there Green Street has raced round, tackled the lead as he always does, and led them for Robert Hammond on the outside. About 2 lengths now from then Gallant Sun. 3 back to Zerna on the inside. Miss Potential 2 lengths away, Icy Red, followed Hale as midfield on the rail, followed Hello Dolly is next. DB Bell, the next one from Just Aqua. Vegas Cecilia going forward on the outside of these. Then Doyle is back with Regency, and For Love is last of all as they work up the rise. He's got away Green Street, 5-6 lengths now on Gallant Sun. 3 back Miss Potential and Zerna together. 2.5 Icy Red. Hale is next, 1,000 to go. Then Hello Dolly midfield from Vegas Cecilia. DB Bell the next one. Regency is next. Then Just Aqua, Doyle, and last is For Love. They race to the 800 metres and it's Green Street away. 4 or 5 lengths now. Gallant Sun heading the chase. Zerna is lying third. Then Miss Potential. They haven't moved on these. They're followed by Vegas Cecilia. Hale's about 8 off the pace. Then followed by Hello Dolly has tracked it all the way. They followed Regency, the next one. Then followed DB Bell, Just Aqua, Doyle, and last of all For Love. They've claimed Green Street now as they come round the turn. Gallant Sun is the first to pounce on him. Zerna's out after these. Hale coming from the rail on the inside as they race down. Zerna puts in a bit out wide across the track. Gallant Sun now and out wide as Zerna. Icy Red's coming into it. Hale comes along the inside. Miss Potential's coming with it, and Hello Dolly into the clear as well. Any of these on the inside. Hale, Zerna out wide. Hello Dolly and Miss Potential across the track. Zerna, Hale on the inside fighting hard. Hale, he was too good. He won the money. Miss Potential second. Photos with Zerna and Doyle. Green Street fought back in
red out wide. Modest Stacey's weaving through from the back.
By Woodman, trained by John Hawkes. He's had the 1 trial at Rosehill on Christmas Eve, run 3rd in the trial, doing his best work at the finish.
Group 2, Highview Trophy is race number 9 from Ellerslie in New Zealand, and Sir Kinloch at $4.40, coming off wins at Avondale and also Ellerslie. Ellerslie last week in the event defeating Nobody Wants Me by 3. Zvezda at $5, number 4. Zvezda, a last start second in the Group 3 challenge behind Tit for Tat at Awapuni, and Venus was her name, $6.30. They're official at Wyong, 7-4-2, 7-4 and 2. 10th at Warrigal goes in around 4 from now. Ratings are 6-1-8 and 2, 6-1-8 and 2. And the favourite way, Omega Solo, number 7-3-30, in front of Wanted Didger, Mulva and Swift Silcab. Time on the previous 41.31 with all clear 5, 2 and 7. Trackside New Zealand we head. Keith Hobb for race 9.
And standing up, racing in the Highview Stud Trophy now, and one of the first away, Zvezda, hit the ground running from on the inside. Now last flight goes with it. Sir Kinloch was 3rd away, then followed Able Attempt, got back on the inside of Sedekram, followed Venus was a name. The Messages back in the field from then Mary Seaton and Jetski, and last Rosina Ladd with ups and downs. They raced down 1,200 to go, and the pacemaker is now Zvezda took the lead. 1 length right there. Sir Kinloch on the inside. Last flight right there. Able Attempt is handier now. 1.5 lengths behind them. Venus was a name, then followed round, then Sedekram on the outside, then next behind them Mary Seaton from the Message, then followed Rosina Ladd, 1,000 to go, 1.5 back Jetski, and ups and down is last of all. About 12 first to last, and the pacemaker Zvezda now for about a 1/2 length. Sir Kinloch goes to his girth. Last flight lying 3rd. Able Attempt is next on the outside, then followed by Venus was a name. Sedekram's midfield 1 out, then followed Mary Seaton and the Message. Rosina Ladd hasn't moved as yet, then followed Jetski, and last ups and downs as they make the corner. 550 metres to go, no change up front. Zvezda now tackled by Sir Kinloch on the outside. Around the corner they come, then followed by Able Attempt. Last flight next to Dekram on the outside. Will get out now in the straight, 450 to go. Zvezda kicked now. Sir Kinloch comes with it. 2 back, then Able Attempt winding up, and Sir Dekram down the outside. Sir Kinloch now kicks. Zvezda now fought back on the inside very strongly. Able Attempt and Sir Dekram coming strongly. Sir Kinloch comes to Zvezda out wide. Sir Dekram might down them all. Sedekram raced up and got the money. Sedekram raced away. He won it. Second at the line was Zvezda from Sir Kinloch. Able Attempt, then followed by Venus was her name. Next behind them then was Rosina Ladd. Back behind them Mary Seaton. Last flight, then followed ups and downs, and last home was Jetski. Impressive. Mercedes spelt backwards. Sedekram has won the money and won it convincingly for Mark Sweeney. Gee, this is a run. It looked like the big guns were going to do it. Sir Kinloch and Zvezda, they were settling down to a nice old fight about here, and out wide here came and very quickly Sedekram, and he put pay to them in the last bit. Zvezda fought back on the inside. Sir Kinloch, the best he could do today was 3rd. Big runs, Able Attempt, and Venus was a name, raced home, but all honours with the Mercedes horse. Sedekram wins it.
Yeah, the lesser fancied of the two Gillings and Yule runners in the field, Sadekram.
And Sadekram successful. Mark Sweeney, the jockey, 11 over 4. Zvezda, Lance O'Sullivan, and 7 Sir Kinloch for third. 11, 4, 7. And the full list of totes for you shortly after the Highview Stud Trophy, the Group 2 event. Last of our coverage races from Ellerslie, New Zealand. Next to Toowoomba, 1.